Good morning, guys. Welcome to my Monday morning rant for Monday, the 2nd of Jan, 2023. So, Happy New Year's. It was a pretty uneventful one for me. I decided against going out and celebrating with my family and stayed at home, which is completely my style. It was chill as, and I spent most of the night playing Diablo Immortal with whoever was also not going out for New Year's Eve and just playing the game. I have started packing the house finally, and I knew it was going to happen because it has to happen. Um, and I also knew that once I got started, I probably wouldn't be able to stop. So, um, a lot of the stuff on the surface has been packed. The stuff on my walls, um, all my robots and stuff that have been on display for the last 17 years. It's all packed up, and I've definitely got a carload or two of stuff ready to go. So I'm probably going to start moving stuff over this week. I've also hooked up electricity, gas. I went for an internet company called Aussie Broadband. I did a lot of research and I found, especially on Reddit, a shit ton of really good reviews on this internet service provider. And I've 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 been in a hate relationship with Telstra since the late 90s. I've been with them forever and they are just absolutely impossibly huge, and there's customer service support just it just doesn't exist. And the last straw was having issues logging into the my Telstra in order to try to change my plan over to my new place, to move it over, and I couldn't log in no matter how hard I tried to reset my password. The email just never came through, and yeah, the freaking last straw. Just said, fuck it. I'm not giving Telstra any more of my money, and yeah, I've heard really good things about this Aussie broadband company. So fingers crossed, everything works out well. I think once I've um, moved my PC and this Mac and um, Mia over to the new apartment, that's it. I will be there permanently. So it could happen quite soon, actually. Um, what else? I've also bought some a new mattress, a new bed, and a whole lot of bedding as well. It's something that I've never spent money on. Nice sheets and nice pillows and stuff. So yeah, that's actually been really fun to pull the trigger so effortlessly on stuff that I have truly needed. And what else? In other news, I went out with family. I went out to go and check out family. My brother-in-law Richie has a jazz band, and he's a music teacher by trade. And I've jammed with him many times on the guitar, and he's a great guitarist. He teaches guitar as well, but he is primarily a saxophone player, a saxophonist. And man, his band was awesome. He was playing at the Paddington Inn, a pub that I have a lot of memories in. I've got a lot of great memories of hanging out at the Paddington Inn when I used to live in Darlinghurst. And man, his band is tight, and he is just so freaking awesome on the saxophone. Like I said, he's a good guitar player, but when he's on the sax, it's his first language. You know, he can truly express himself on that instrument, and I was super impressed, and what I loved the most was that the crowd that was there, it was freaking packed, by the way. There wasn't an empty chair. The crowd was so into them, and it was such a good vibe. And there was an old lady up in front of them dancing and stuff. It was just such a good vibe, and I am so happy for him. I think I really respect him for finding that as an escape from um, family, his wife and kids. Like, I think everyone needs a little escape from their family, I think. And for him to have the band, it's such a constructive thing. It's not going out drinking. It's not, just watching the footy or anything like that. He's actually playing live music, and he's gigging around a lot too. So yeah, I was super impressed. I was not jealous at all. I obviously I do miss playing live music. I miss being in a band, um, but I don't miss it enough to want to do it again right now. And I was just in absolute appreciation, and yeah, just overall, just really happy for him. Just before that gig, we went to the Paddington, which is another Justin Hemmer's Merivale Group owned restaurant and bar, and he owns the place next to it too, which is called Fred. And I just walked past it and thought it looked super cool. And one of my relos said, "Yeah, he owns that as well." And it's not surprising. Like he has it's almost like a template cookie cutter thing for him. He has this way of either just outright buying businesses that have always been good and making them better, or just converting a really rundown sort of warehouse space into something really modern and super cool. And the Paddington was again packed. Like, everything he runs is packed. I mean, that guy at any moment of the day, whether he's chilling out or shitting on a toilet, he must have a smirk on his face, just knowing how packed all of his businesses are and how much fun people are having um, in his venues. So good on him. I think where he was once seen as a bit of a Sydney playboy and a bit spoilt, he's come so good. And what I know of all of his venues is that they're all reliably good. In terms of food, the food is always reliably good. You go to some fine dining restaurants where it's hit and miss, and sometimes they miss so bad that you never return. Whereas anything that Justin Hemmers runs, if you have mates that have come over from interstate or overseas, or mates that you haven't caught up in a while, and you organize to have dinner at one of his bars or restaurants, you're gonna have a good time. And the Paddington was great. The food was really hearty. There was nothing sharp about it. There's no sharp flavors, nothing obtuse. Everything is just yummy. And I I think it's actually Justin Hemis that makes that happen, as opposed to, I mean, I'm sure he has an amazing team, but I think he has just got good taste himself. And yeah, so really happy that his restaurants exist. Viv and I went to a fine dining place called Esther last week, and it was good, but in some ways, I'd rather just go to a Justin Hemmers owned venue where it's much more laid back, and it's not exactly fine dining, but the food is great, and the produce, you can tell the produce is super fresh, and yeah, again, just super reliable. Um, and yeah, in other news, I've just been gaming as well. That's it. Just packing and gaming, and the dust hasn't settled yet from me taking a leadership position in the clan, and it's mostly due to the fact that it was crazy season, right? So a lot of people stopped playing. Some of our strongest clan members have moved on to join the strongest clans, which was expected. Um, and I'm in a position now where I've had a few of the stronger clans on the server approach me and asked me if I want to join them. I'm being poached, and whilst I appreciate that, that they've reached out to me, I don't think they've really reached out to me because of who I am. I think they've reached out to me because I've spent a bit of money on this game, and I'm one of the well, I am the strongest player in terms of stats on my clan. So it it makes sense for them to want me because that's what the strongest clans do. They collect the strongest players, and I'm in a position to uh, either leave my clan and join a stronger clan, which I'm not interested in because I have a connection with a few of the people in my clan as friends, and the other option is for me to start kicking out players in my clan that aren't as strong as they need to be. And again, that's not something that I'm interested in either. It's just not my style. So I think I'm going to stay put, and I'm committed to maybe being like the captain that goes down with the ship, if that was to happen. Um, but yeah, I'm in, and I'm here to stay. So hopefully the dust settles soon, and I think within a month or so, I'll have a clearer idea of where I am in the game, where the community is at, where the people are at, and yeah, so very much looking forward to the dust settling and people to get back into the game or not. And if they're not, then our focus will be to try to find some new blood to join us. So yeah, I am gonna leave it there, short and sweet, and wishing everyone a happy new year, and yeah, more packing, and looking forward to moving stuff. And yeah, I will catch you guys in the next one. Say yes.